Okay. I want to go back to Ron DeSantis though, because Ron DeSantis is celebrating the like what's going on, the commotion. And the reason why I want to talk about Ron DeSantis real quick, and I've told you guys before, Ron DeSantis is fucking awful, and I do think he's worse than Donald Trump. But let's hear what the number one political commentator, not of my generation, but perhaps of all generations, Joe Rogan, has to say.
Yeah, so all this stuff is happening while we have a dead man as a president.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Are you throwing out any
it's not fun.
Any support towards anyone, or are you going to hold off and because I know, didn't Elon Musk come out recently for DeSantis?
Yeah, I think Ron DeSantis would work as a good president. I mean, what he's done for Florida has been admirable.
Look, I feel like I'm doing breaking news right now. Yeah. That wasn't even on purpose.
I feel like what he did for Florida, a lot of people gave him a lot.
This motherfucker had Bernie on, bro. He went from Bernie to DeSantis, bro. What is happening in this country? I swear to God. Why you cannot look towards like Americans and their political opinions. They have no backbone. They have no moral system that they're working off of. Holy shit. Joe talked about Roe v. Wade with Gina Carano. Oh, fuck me. Oh, God.
A lot of grief, but ultimately he was correct. He was correct when it comes to like deaths. He was correct when it comes to protecting our vulnerable populations. He was correct in terms of distribution of monoclonal antibodies, and he was furious when the government tried to pull those. They were trying to pull very effective treatments. You know, he is not perfect. He's a human being, but what he's done is stand up for freedoms. And people think that so there's some weird gaslighting shit that went on where people equated freedom and saying the word freedom to like right-wing bigotry and hate is so strange.
No one did that, Joe. Joe's talking about the dude that made it legal to run over protesters. Yeah. And also a dude that made it illegal for teachers to like be gay at school. Like be outwardly gay. Like that's awesome. Joe's like, I'm a libertarian. I'm a social libertarian. Like, or I just like, I don't really care. And I love Ron DeSantis, who made it illegal to be a homosexual teacher. You know, like I think that's like pretty good. I mean, he loves freedom. That's why he was free to hide the COVID deaths. And that's why he used his Gestapo police force to literally break into the house of one of the fucking data scientists. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I like about Ron DeSantis. Like, you know, the fact that he is making it so that commerce, businesses can freely, notice the word free here, sue local governments if they like pass provisions and you know, things that like legislation that actually ends up hurting the profit of businesses, the profit margin of businesses. That's why I like Ron DeSantis, because he's free. That's crazy. Yeah. You know what else is free? Watching the top of the hour ad break for free. But you know what else is even better than that? Not watching the top of the hour ad break by subscribing for $5. But if you don't have $5, there's another thing that's also free. That is a Twitch Prime. How do you get a Twitch Prime? By connecting your Amazon Prime account to a Twitch account, or by connecting someone else's Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get one free Prime subscription a month. That way you avoid the top of the hour ad break. Another way to avoid the top of the hour ad break, of course, is by getting gifted a sub. Thank you, baby. Matcha latte for the 5 get the subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads. Here's the 1 minute ad break now.
I looked at everybody while they were in like quarantine, and I was like, okay, that does not look fun. Like, I just...
Dozens of international law allows companies to sue governments for loss of profit. Yes, I've talked about this many times, and it is fucking horrifying. It is one of the grossest examples of capitalism completely undermining the sovereignty and autonomy of foreign nation states at the behest of multinational global capitalist corporations. Do you think that it's appropriate that you can do that in an international court system? No, I don't think so. As a matter of fact, this is one of the many reasonable criticisms towards these kinds of fucking psychotic trade agreements that America loves putting forward. So what the fuck what are you talking about? Not all right when we do it to people in Florida and businesses in Florida, and it's not all right when we do it to the fucking third world. Anyway, apparently Joe Rogan and Gina Carano had a wonderful experience together, and in the midst of the Roe v. Wade decision, Joe Rogan, who is in Texas, of course, that fucking pussy, who has daughters who are living in Texas, but of course they're shielded from the negative consequences of this if they were to actually ever have a horrific situation where they have to get an abortion. Okay, they could totally just travel because Joe Rogan is a multimillionaire. Not the same for like many Texan daughters that aren't related to a person who got $500 million from Spotify. But apparently he refused to talk about the Roe v. Wade decision, with the exception of this brief moment where he alluded to it. Let's see.
I looked at everybody while they were in like quarantine, and I was like, okay, that does not look fun. Like,
You mean trap with kids?
No, it just doesn't.
It's just not for you.
I don't know.
It doesn't have to be for you. I'm not trying to pressure you into having kids.
I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot of kids that need adopting.
That's true too.
And
yeah.
I'm very, like, my heart would be so grateful to do that. But
Bro, what? Broodmares. Straight up. Republican women are just like so brain broken. She doesn't realize like that she's basically saying like the primary functioning for women, primary mode of function for women is just being fucking baby incubators. Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of babies up for adoption. It's crazy. Gonna be a lot of babies up for adoption. I should probably adopt one, you know?
I do.
That's beautiful.
I got a little bit of a young spirit. I want to travel still.
You know what the crazy thing is? Like, Amber Lee Frost on Chapa was talking about this, but like so many fucking Republican women have gotten abortions. Like, abortion is not a fucking partisan take. It's not a partisan provision. It's a medical process, okay? And of course, so many Republican women in red states have gotten fucking abortions, okay? That's part of the reason why 70% of the country is like, yeah, you should protect Roe v. Wade. And I know for a motherfucking fact that if Gina Carano hasn't gotten an abortion yet, okay, she 1,000,000% would if she didn't want to have the kid. There is no way in which Gina Carano sits around and fucking carries a pregnancy to term. Why? She has money. She won't openly admit it. She won't admit it out in public. She might even come out against abortions like she is here. But fucking no, you just know for a fact. She did have an abortion. It's called her career. What do you mean? She has a robust career now. Wrong. She has a robust career now in fucking at the Daily Wire. That's great. That's great.